I need you to really go thinking deeply with me. Spirit has no matter. It is white light. Dark is an idea of dark matter. We talk about dark matter and white light all the time. Picture that white light, dark matter, inside your body, leave your body. You are the light. You are the being. You are the one. How deep can you go with that? Well, picture playing a video game and how there's billions of video games and billions of movies and billions of things that you could never play each one. But actually, if you wanted to sit and spend your whole life playing video games on the planet of Earth, then you could. But you really wouldn't want to, because deep down inside your spiritual soul, you still don't want to do that. Even if you're like 6 or 7 years old, by the time you're 8 or 9, you'll want to move on and do something else. You'll find a girl. Love will be the idea that you search for. All you do when you're a little kid is you do things that you love because that's what you're allowed to do. I play with my pony doll when I'm little as a girl. I play with my bike when I'm 7 or 8 as either boy or girl, because I finally got one as a present, because now you're ready for a little boy or girl. You're not a little boy or girl. This is just the character you are this time, so don't take it personal. But you put in the game and you play Zelda. Okay, why would you want to remember the little life, or why would you even want to worry about trying to think of what the character's name was, in Zelda 6? Or, when you were a little kid playing Zelda at 6. That's what I was saying. I played Zelda when I was 6. So, why would you want to think about something of a memory that you did when you were a 6-year-old? Or even a future idea of what you could do when you're 100, or that you're going to die when you get to this age. Because you aren't matter. When you die, and you realize that there is an astral body, which is the mind you have inside your flesh of God is what you've got. It's sound and light and matter and intelligence mixed together. But matter isn't there unless you want to be in the matter world. So we've heard about astral bodies, and people do very much talk about astral bodies, and that you can experience lifetimes in astral bodies. And believe me, I've experienced lifetimes inside lifetimes and inside lifetimes inside lifetimes in astral bodies. That may not make sense, but it makes complete sense to me because I've done it. So when you realize that you aren't your body and you aren't your name, and people really take that stuff seriously, you realize when I say that we are all light and sound, that I'm Dan Alexander, Daniel Jared Alexander. And when I break this down for you some other day, it'll work. From 11591 Claymans Road, Clemens, because it's expressed, not over. It's not over. It's expressed in front of us. And I'm on Claymans Road, between the hands of God, Haynes and Haynes, between the game lands on both sides, the Haynes on both sides. I don't know the people across the street's name, and I think it would be interesting if I did Tom and Sunday. Pretty funny. Sunday across the street. How many people live by somebody named Sunday? And what's related to spirit? Sunday. And I'm the Son of God. And I'm telling you right now that the sun isn't even real. But I said it so much earlier that it was so impactful on my heart when I said it, my heart started beating fast. But think about this. Without mass and without a brain and a body to analyze and call it that, the sun isn't even there. Plants aren't there. The planet isn't here. Jupiter's not there. If you are an astral body, you can go to a different universe with different planets and different everything. All you got to do is acquire the matter to do it. This time on Earth, that's not realistic this time unless you want to spend your time sitting around dreaming of it. But why spend your time sitting and looking at a screen when you could actually go through this lifetime as a human being to see what it was for, to understand what color patterns do. When you look at something that's vulgar and violent, you may say it doesn't matter, but that color pattern goes into your brain along with every other member out there that is like you. So if you realize that, yes, there are other units of energy, so we're units of energy together, and if we want to stop seeing violence, if I turn off my TV, they turn off their TV, they turn off their TV, they'll say, hey, what the hell, we can't play this anymore, nobody wants to watch it. And then we'll say, oh, wait, what do they want to watch that's popular? And then we'll say something that doesn't involve paying money and that we can do for free, or that we can go outside and experience through our minds, because our minds created it all just seemingly as one person. And all of us can think as much as that one person did if we understood how to use our minds and were taught right instead of through school, like a school of fish that was made by Horace Mann. I wrote the letters so we could live on Earth. Claymans Road, 11591, Claymans Road, what I've heard, pencil vain, you say, USA, American, dumb, arrogance, earth, ear plus what you feel here at the end. You understand what the whole thing is about when you're done, but I'm teaching each one of you how you can live to be as many years old as you want to be, to heal yourself through plants and medicine. Like I can teach the Indians, I can teach the whoever's, I can teach everyone, and I can show them that they can believe me at least, and not prove anything, but just, it's them inside them that doesn't know that it's I that is I inside them. Does that make sense? If it's the them and that they think they are, even though they're like, we're all one. I'm like, do you know that there is no such thing as matter? So when we say nothing matters, that makes so much sense because God is nothing. He's no thing. God is a being that's beyond the words, letters, and numbers that spell thing. You can't pronounce God. I know the real name of God, but I can't say it because you can't say it. You don't say it. It's inside your head, and it's all the sounds you make, and it's all the movements you make, and it's all the postures, and it's all the everything you do. It's not just a word. Damn it. That's why I wish that people would understand how powerful they are. And it's not me being an ass. It's me saying, you don't want to be tough. You don't want to be strong. And I'm not saying, like, I'm big and strong. I mean, through the ideas of death, through the ideas of pain and struggle, and why they happen, and how you can deal with them when they happen, and how you can get over the people that you think you lost. But it's only this one time, and it's so you can learn. But don't let it make you numb, because that's not the point either. So I'm trying to teach people how to do it with their heart, not with the truth. If I told you the truth, it could hurt people. People could kill and get away with it. We could turn this into a horrible world. We could download our bodies into computers so that way if we do get shot down with all these guns that we're making, think of all the things in the commercials that we're making and we're seeing about. I saw this rapid fire machine gun that you can hide under your shirt and pull it back out real quick and aim real fast with a red light on a wall. Why are we doing that? Why are we training people to do that and advertising on Facebook to teenagers? Now, if you think I'm just being some red belly or some yellow belly pussy shit, I've died enough times that if you do that, you're killing me again. Dan Alexander will feel it. And it sucks because he asked to do whatever it takes to help the earth be healed. Because the earth is not a planet. The earth is a vibration pattern of sounds. It's like it's a spoken pattern of sounds that is just one form of God, speech. Another form is action. Another form is thought. Another form is movement. Another form is color. Another form is just light itself. Color is the distortion and movement of light. That's all it is. It's just light. So it all comes from one thing, and it comes from a spirit that inhabited nothingness in language. But besides language, it can't be spoken. The truth was written by Dan Alexander, but the slogan has been being said for billions of years because people thought they understood it. And if people say, well, they did, I'm like, I can break down all their names as the characters I wrote in a book in a non-time space. But I don't have enough time to sit down and fucking break it down for everybody all the time because that would be me appeasing their little personal ego so that I can prove something to them. I'm only trying to show who they are so we can work together to heal the world. And if they don't want to heal the world because they're too busy doing bullshit, then cool. But not really. I just have to keep working on it from different aspects. Anyway, peace out.